Hey guys, Tank here, and we are live talking about the new REDCAT. REDCAT is proud to announce the brand new Wendigo. This is a 1/10 four-wheel drive, ready to run, solid axle rock racer. It will be available on the 3rd or the 4th of 2020. So you do have a link to the website. I went there and I like what I saw. There's a lot of cool stuff on this truck, especially for the price point. $389, ready to run with all these options. Let me tell you, it's pretty cool. So it is a 1/10 truck, four-wheel drive, brushless, 25 kilogram servo. It does have waterproof and high impact plastic and 2.4 gigahertz for the remote control. Now they do have a look of a Bronco look, but it is not a licensed body. So some people were complaining they wanted a licensed body, but listen, if you have a licensed body, you pay more for it. So there's a lot of things to go through on this truck. And what I like is they did put a hobby wing in there, a brushless system for a ready to go, ready to run truck. This is awesome. That's a second truck they come out with a ready to run with a brushless system. So it's a 3300 kV 540 motor. So it should be pretty capable, and it is waterproof and dustproof. So you can run up to 3S on this thing, and it's pretty good. Now these servos, they're okay servos. They're metal servos. The horn is metal, so they're okay. I've seen better ones, but they're okay and durable. That's what I like about these servos. There's stronger ones out there, but they're okay. I love the new axles. These axles are awesome for me. Simple reason is that they do have the ball bearing that are actually metal here for the little balls, so that's a plus. They also have the reinforced truss on top, so that's really going to make these axle a little bit stronger, especially while you're bouncing on the rocks. So very good on them to actually do that, and they've done a pretty good job making them look scale and tough also. It does have a frame. It looks almost like the Gen 8. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but there is some stuff that are similar to the Gen 8 and talking about the way the front end is and all that. So it might be the same frame rails. It would make sense because like that, they would save money. Hey, how you doing, guys? So no portals. If you want portals though, you can actually buy their portal axle kit and put it on there. Now the width is going to be a little bit different. I have not checked the width on the two trucks, but RC Master, he says I'm out of money. But they're pretty, they're going to be pretty good axles. But I haven't checked the different width of the Gen 8 to see if they were actually the same width, or are these more Wraith axle, because the rock bouncer, you want them to have a little bit wider. So that's pretty cool. They do have they're talking about durable transfer case, mod 1 gears. When they say mod 1 gears, usually it's supposed to be metal. So hopefully they did put metal gears in there. So here's a chassis rail, and the front from here to here is all plastic, the whole front, and even the truss tower. Truss tower looks a lot like the Gen 8. But this is much wider than the Gen 8. So that's why I'm thinking this is wider axle, which makes complete sense, just like the Wraith is. Usually the axles comes in a little longer. You can see where the shock and the wheel is, makes a big difference. Motor is right in the middle, which is the same thing as a Gen 8. Battery tray is right in the center, which is cool. So that's anyone getting one? I don't know. It just got out, but price is good. I like the new the wheels. They are licensed wheels, and they're pretty good wheels for the rock racers. I wish they would have went with beadlocks. And if they do send it ready to run, what I don't like is that they're probably going to be glued. So that means you can't use they's tires on another one. But I wish they'd send it not glued like that. I can actually glue them on something, and not glue them, but put it in bead locks. That's what I would like. So right now they're come with Super Swampers 2.2 tires, which is cool. Here's another option I find that they went pretty good with is the metal shocks. Metal shocks, and plus looks like they have longer shocks probably at the back, and it makes sense. So shorter shocks at the front and longer shocks at the back. Links, all aluminum links. I like that, and it does have a panhard. So I really like that, and it does have the sway bars at the rear. So this is really cool that it has sway bars at the rear. So I like that they've went this way, that's for sure. Turning angle is pretty good. They're saying 47 degree, but when you look at the drawing, the way they've done the drawing, I don't know. It's kind of fishy. Yes, on this side, it's always a little bit less, but on this side, they're saying that you're going to get up to 47 degrees steering on this. So it should be pretty good on the rocks. So here's the width, 309 millimeter width on this truck. It looks like a nice stance. So you can actually see here, it actually has the panhard on there. And it is chassis mounted servo, so it's a plus. And it looks nice. It looks very good. There's no videos of it out as of yet, so I have not seen any. But I'm sure that they're going to come out with one pretty soon. Are they threaded? The links, are they threaded? Looks, it's probably got a set screw in them. The way these links are made, it's probably got a hole here, so it's threaded from this side to this side. That's what I'm thinking, that and hopefully that's what you're asking about, the threaded. That's true. Portals may not be the best for bouncers, and I don't think so either, for the simple reason they're not as tough, they're not as resistant. And when you're bouncing a lot on the rocks and you want that torque and gear reduction in there to bring the portals, that extra gear, it can get you in trouble. So for a rock bouncer, I completely agree. Portals are out. Put big 2.2 tires on there and put a good power plant, which it has with this Hobbywing brushless system. It's going to be cool. It's going to be a very nice truck. So where is my other one? So here it showed a lot of nice pictures of the truck. We'll go through them real quick. Here's a nice view of it, a little bit bigger, but you can see where the panhard is here. And there's a lot of stuff on this axle. Like, it looks like it was reinforced. The shocks are actually metal shocks. They're aluminum shocks, which is good. And I talked about that a little bit. So I like that they have the accessory trays at the back. It's kind of cool. They got the fan. So they went with a look, a scale look to it. I wish they would have went with buckets for the lights, but that's easily done. You can buy a axial kit or axial bucket lights that looks like this and actually put them into this truck very easily. Again, the battery tray. And here's the, it actually have rock sliders here. So there's one place where it actually showed. Yeah, you see the sway bars here. So the sway bar system, that's going to help it in the rocks, that's for sure. And here's the front where we're saying it's like the Gen 8. The front here is plastic. And then the shock tower is actually part of that plastic. So shock towers are plastic, and all part of this is all attached all in one piece. So it's pretty strong. And I have had no issues with that. My son has it, so I think this truck is way too clean. Needs to get in the mud or something. There we go. Now it's a little bit dirtier. So you can see that it seems to be bouncing, and it seems to be a fun little truck to have. And I like the name is okay. Wendigo name. That's a cool name. I thought I'd show you guys this. Real quick. There's a lot of reading. I'm not going to go through this. The system is 3S capable, and for a rock bouncer, that should give you plenty of of torque. So it should be a fun truck. It should be a fast little fun truck. And it is assembled, ready to run. And I guess it does not come with a battery. So you need the battery and the charger. And you require some AA's for the remote. It does not say which remote comes with it. I'm a little sad that it did not show which remote that it actually comes with. It would have been nice to know, but it's probably their own, what comes with the Gen 8. So again, here's the axles, the frame, transmission. Gear ratio is 1.54 to 1, 2013. It's got 32 spur and pinion. So it must have a cover to cover this. So, and it has a divorce transfer case. And it looks like the transfer case is the one that actually had hardened steel, the Mod 1 gears for the transfer case. So the transmission probably does not have hardened gears. It looks like, so there's some specs and things like that. We're going to have to look more into it. But here I'll go to the shocks again. Somebody was asking that. Aluminum coilover shock, long travel shock with 14mm threaded body. So looks like you can adjust the shock and the travel on them, which is going to be good. And like I mentioned, the long one are probably for the rear, because you do want your rear to be a little bit more longer. So it's pretty cool. I'm excited that this truck is coming out, and I think it's going to be a very good addition to some of the trucks. But for me to get it, I might have to sell a truck or two, or just one, and get this beast. It would be fun to put it side by side beside the Wraith, that's for sure. But it looks like a nice truck. So thanks for jumping in, guys. That's my 2 cents on this truck. So I just wanted to make sure you guys knew about it. Thanks for the thumbs up. There's 15 people watching. Who's in the chat right now? What KV on the motor? Motor is, let's go there, 3300 KV, 540 motor. So that's pretty cool. Rob B was asking, green frogs in the house. RC Master. It looks like a Wraith. It's not, because a Wraith is a cage, and this one does have chassis rails. Keep in mind, this is a class 3 truck. It is class 3, not class 2, even though it's got a front bumper, rear bumper, because of the wheels, and because the wheels are sticking out so much, it falls into a class 3 truck. So, but it is a rail chassis truck. It's not like a Wraith. So it's a little bit different, but it should handle pretty good. Not a problem, Green Frog. Mr. Garrett is in the house. How you doing? Could be a fun runner for sure with that motor. Yes, it would. Like, to be a rock bouncer and have this motor, it should be fun in the rocks and have some pretty good, cool action having this truck, that's for sure. But when you look at it this way, it looks okay. But when you look at it in action, and also with the pictures, the way it is, it's got a nice stance. So it should be a fun little truck. Any question? Anything you guys want to see on this? VBRC says, I like that truck. Yes. For somebody that likes bashing and likes having fun, it's a good complement of two truck. It's like a trail truck, but it's also a little basher. And out of the box, that thing should be fun, because you don't really have to do any upgrades with it, because it has all the upgrades. Because you have the metal links, you have the metal shocks, you have the power system that's in there, you have the Mod 1 gears in the transfer case. It's waterproof, so everything out of the box is a fun little truck. So the info is there. I did put the link in the description below to this page here. So if you guys want to go check it out, go ahead. I figured I'd show you guys this. I was just about to go home and I saw the release of it and I said, oh, wait a minute. Let's show you guys what this oh, they have a tech page here. So not much on the tech page. It shows the wish, servo, weight, wheel diameter, speed controller, which we basically covered, gear ratio. So everything else is the same on the bottom. And then for downloads, you already have the user manual. Cool. So everything is there for you guys to go check it out, read more on it, and you can actually order this. It's going to be shipping in 3 days. So if you want to order now, pre-order it and you'll have it. One of the first people to actually get it. It is out of my budget right now. I spent way too much money from Christmas to here. I got to slow down unless I sell something, which my wife would be happy. But guys, thank you very much for jumping in. Really appreciate you guys in the chat, and we'll be talking to you guys later. See ya.